This is Cedric with Too Fast For You H.P.A. Today, guys, I am back out with the Zelos. We have 7 pellets, 7 new pellets. We have the Heavy King. We have the Benjamin domes, the old 27 grain Benji domes. We have the normal Hades at I think 26.5 grains or something like that. We have the JSB Exact Kings, the 2539s. We have rifle brand domes, and we have H&N Field Target Trophy at 19.91 grains. So as you guys remember in the first video, everything is stock, no tune, set at 2000 psi, which it came from the factory. I think we checked on the trigger, and I forget what the trigger was, 1 pound and a couple ounces. I'll put the number back up here again. Nothing has changed on the gun. Or did it? Stay tuned, we'll be right back. All right, guys, there is a such thing as peer pressure. A couple of people commented that they knew I wasn't going to keep the gun with the tube on it. I was going to change it to a bottle. Let me be honest, I can't blame it on you guys. I have to take full responsibility. Yes, I went ahead and did the bottle conversion. Probably in a different video we'll talk more about that. I got the bottle conversion. I got the trigger adapter that has the Picatinny rail. So instead of the tube with the Picatinny rail that slides up and down, you now are stuck with just this version of it. Nothing else has changed. Nothing else has changed. Just the bottle for more shots. And obviously it's got its own adapter here. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a different video. If you guys are familiar with the Artemis M60B, it's the same part. So I just found them on the Canadian website and bought everything. I definitely wanted more shots. Now let me make something kind of clear. So for what I do, target shooting, pesting, in all reality, guys, as you get older, you come to the realization of a bunch of different things. And as I've gotten older in the airgun world, I realize having a bottle with, let's just say, 100 shots is not really necessary, because in all reality you don't shoot 100 times. Some people think, oh, I'm gonna go I'll top the gun off. If I get 100 shots, I might shoot 50 or 75 shots in my backyard, put the gun up. Well, I got another 25 shots to go off that same fill. You don't really do that. Most people are gonna get their gun back out and they're gonna top it off. They're gonna make sure the thing isn't leaking and hasn't, you know, maybe they haven't shot in 2 weeks. So what I'm saying is, from the original version of this, when I did the last video, I had no problems shooting, you know, target shooting, filling the gun up, my truck's right here, then going hunting, shoot 10-15 ground squirrels, you know, of course you got some misses, top the gun off. I had no problems doing that. So for people that would need to fill the gun up and walk a mile away from their truck and don't want to carry a tank, that makes sense to do a bottle conversion. But I guarantee you, the tube version, I was getting 20 to 25 shots, guys. That's not a little amount of shots, and that's at 50 foot-pounds. So is a bottle necessary? No, it's a want. It's what you guys in your mind is what you think you want. But if you want it, hey, buy it. I'm not saying don't buy it, but what I'm saying is there was nothing wrong with the gun in the original form, and I'll just leave it at that. The tube worked for me. It may not work for your application, but for what I do on these farms, I can sit here and shoot 25 ground squirrels on one fill with the tube. That's a lot of ground squirrels. That's a lot. That's a day's worth of shooting. I didn't need 100 shots to shoot 20 ground squirrels. So it's more of a want. I get it. I did it. We're gonna see, and we'll talk about that later. But for now, let's get back to shooting. We got to shoot all these pellets. So what we're gonna do, instead of showing you guys me and then having another camera down range, I'm just gonna put up what pellet I'm shooting at the time, and I'm just going to show you the 5 shots. I mean, there's no point in doing all this video showing you me and my reaction. I'll show you my reaction at the end. I just want to get pellets downrange and get this gun sighted in and get going. All right, guys, stay tuned for targets. All right, guys, next up is the accuracy. This is target shooting. Bit of voiceover. Walk you guys through this. These are the H&N field target trophies at 19.91 grains. These are going to go well over 1,000 feet per second. These pellets, from experience, are not accurate at anything over 890 to 900 feet per second. 860, 880, 890 is about the best speed. You see a couple shots there down below. That was me trying to figure out where these things were shooting. But the 3 up above, now the 4th, and now the 5th shows you they don't like that speed. These are very nice looking pellets. The rifle pellets are very clean looking, and they shoot decent to fantastic. And that's a good speed. Next up is a tried and true favorite, the King Exact. These I expect them to do well. They're also traveling a good speed. And again, guys, this is full 2000 PSI. Barrel has been cleaned, but it has not been polished or anything like that. None of the screws have been gone through. So let's see how the Hades do. These are the ones I'm going to hunt with. I expect good things from them. Starting off well. I can deal with that. I can definitely deal with that. And that's freaking fantastic. An old favorite, Benji Domes. Don't really expect anything from these, but if you guys have a 10, if you have this gun, full pressure, this is how they shoot. Next up is a pellet that I can't talk about. Hopefully it'll be released sometime soon. I think it's going to be a favorite. But here's how they shoot. That first shot was just me trying to figure out where they're hitting. Now that I have it on paper, watch the rest. Yeah, we can do that. And there you go. They shoot fantastic.
Middle on the
last but not least,
we're going to do King Heavies, our 33.95.
JSB Heavy Kings. Look at that 5-foot spread, that extreme spread. Not bad at all. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I am impressed with the Zelos. And I have the new bottle on here, so because of the new bottle, I don't want you guys to be jealous. Me having a bottle Zelos. I have to go there. We're gonna move on now to a little bit of hunting. We're gonna see what we can get. It's kind of a grim day today after triple-digit heat. I hadn't been able to get out here in a while since the last video. We're gonna do some hunting. We're gonna be strictly using the Hades, the 26.5 grain. I do believe they're 26. Yes, 26.54 grain Hades. They're doing 895 to 898. This is what we're gonna be using. I'm going to keep the tune on the gun. I might do some trick work at some other point. I might come in here and open up the ports. I don't know. I might get into the gun and then back the regulator off and then still shoot these at the same speed. I'll probably get into that at some other point. But I definitely want to show you guys the new bottle Zelos. And as far as weight, man, I mean, this is a one-hand gun. I can't do this any other way. This is even fully extended. it's not a problem for me to fully extend my gun and even raise it and hold this gun, even with the scope and the bottle on it. This is not a heavy gun, guys. So let's move on to hunting, and I hope you guys are impressed so far. One last thing, I still have about 8 to 10 more pellets to try, different ones. I have rifle, I have more rifle pellets. I have some more JSBs. I have a bunch of stuff. So there will be another video, obviously, on more accuracy. And then, of course, I'm going to be following up with videos of me tuning the gun, or if I tune it, and other things that I do to the gun. But for right now, guys, this is where she's going to be. She's doing fantastic. All right, guys, next up, my favorite time of the day, a little pest control. We find this guy at 51 yards. Let's see how the 25 cal Hades perform. The gun decided in for 55 yards. It's a pretty solid shot right through the shoulder. And he is just frozen. Just that shot at terminal performance did him in. This shot, I don't make an ideal shot, but watch the quick follow-up. It says a lot about the action and the magazine. I believe I was going for a headshot right there. Wasn't clean. I hit him somewhere in the head. But watch this. You think he's going to get away? Nope. Done.
25 cal Hades are simply nasty. No other way to put it.
Alright, this guy is 70 yards, sitting right on top of the rock pile there. And I hadn't really shot the gun out this far with the Hades. I found out it's 1.2 mils elevation from 55 yards. There's a solid hit. And I had to dig through the bushes, but he was dead in those bushes behind the rocks. Another victim of the Hades.
70 yards.
Zelos. This guy is pretty self-explanatory. It's about 48 yards. Yes, sir. Another lethal shot by the Hades. And this guy, he takes full impact from a Hades. I call this one full frontal.
Done.
And that's it.